Hey guys, and welcome to Faewood. I actually wasn't planning to do a video today, but we ended up stopping in at this shop called Hunted Antiques and Collectibles. It's really cool. It's like not all antiques, it's a lot of vintage stuff, antique stuff, some new stuff as well, but a ton of like antique and vintage things. And I went there once before with my husband and I really enjoyed it, but we didn't have time to really have a look at the time that we went. And I wanted to go back because we saw a sword from Lord of the Rings there and I really wanted to get it, and it wasn't there this time, so I was a bit bummed about that. But I've been doing up my backdrop, or I'm going to start doing up my backdrop. So I wanted to go and get some really old looking stuff that could be in a wizard's, you know, like den, sort of apothecary, wizardry stuff, potion things, you know, that sort of stuff, which I guess would be, you know, you could use all sorts of things for it. Like I was looking out for things like anything that looked like, you know, potion racks or potion bottles, a globe. I was looking out for like a really old looking vintage globe, or writing materials, a quill, all sorts of things like that. I guess that you could picture maybe being in an ancient sort of wizard's spell room or whatever, or, you know, could be straight off the set of like a Harry Potter movie or something like that. So it's massive though, and like, yeah, it's a bit overwhelming, and I was trying not to take too long because I know my husband's patience for staying in places like that. It's okay, but he gets to a point where he's like, okay, I'm done. So I didn't want to be a pain in the ass and like, you know, scour every shelf for things. And it really is like a massive warehouse, so it would take hours to do that anyway. I didn't find everything I wanted, and as I said, I didn't find that sword, so I was a bit bummed about that, but I found some really cool stuff. Anyway, I'll show you a little bit of footage of what it looks like inside the shop. Right, so you can see I'm still filming this way because I am yet to do all the stuff to the backdrop that will be, but I got a whole bunch of really cool stuff to use for the backdrop as well, and I'm just about to unpack some of it, so I thought, you know, we could do that together and I'll show you some of the things that I got. There'll be some additional, you know, videos for projects because there's a fair few things I want to do. Some of them are going to take a little while, and yeah, I thought it'd be fun to show you what I get up to. Hopefully it's something you're interested in seeing. But I'm excited to do the project, so I hope, yeah, hopefully you guys will want to see that as well. But anyway, for now, let's unpack all this stuff. Alright, so I've got a whole bunch of different things that I picked up that I thought would work. So I'm going for, like I said, a bit of a wizard, apothecary, like curiosities, things that you might presume are used for magical purposes and all of that, that look quite ancient. So I had a look around for all sorts of things. Like I said, didn't get some of the things that I thought would work, and if you're doing a backdrop like this, you know, you might want to think about old writing sets, old globes, magnifying glasses, mounted insects, little cloche containers, and various different things like that could work, you know, quills, and, you know, have a look at some movies to see what people use in the backdrops for things. And I did find some of those sorts of things which I'm really pleased about. There was one little section in particular that had all these little potion bottles and things, so a lot of what I bought was from there. Like this place is actually, the way they set them up, it's technically like a whole host of different sellers in the one big warehouse. So each little nook, it's not even a separate shop, but it's a little setup area, I suppose. You can sort of see which is the different sections in a way. But each one belongs usually to a different seller. And so, you know, you'll have a little section that might be a particular type of vintage thing, or, you know, thing that they're selling. And it's not all vintage, and like a lot of what I got is not even vintage, it's brand new stuff, but it will work for what I'm after. Anyway, so I got a lot of jars like this that I'll be making into sort of potion jars, and I like these ones with the big lids because I could fit all sorts of things in here, large or small, to store them for craft purposes but still have it look like a cool backdrop. So I got a couple of those, 2 of those. That was all they had actually, and they were $10. Perfect thing for these sort of backdrops is these like cloche things, and you'll often find these in cooking shops, you know, where there's like cake decorating stuff or cake display things. A lot of the time they are larger, but you'll sometimes find these smaller cloche things, and they're, you know, made to put something in, and then, you know, you put the lid on top. And I've seen a lot of little things like insects mounted in these, or strange little curiosity things inside them. I'm not sure what I'll put in mine yet, but I thought it would be cool to have one so I can make a little display. And same place had these little potion bottles which were perfect. They had beakers and things as well, but I thought they looked a bit too modern, some of them, so I thought these looked a bit more ancient, and some of the other flasks and beakers and things I thought might have been a bit too modern for what I'm going for, so I decided against those. But you could definitely use different beakers and all of that sort of stuff. And then I got, I think this was the only one of this one, maybe, yeah. One of these as well, just another potion bottle Ooh, this one's quite stuck. Ugh. Yeah, so another potion bottle type thing that I can decorate. So again, nice big opening for storing things, so that's handy. This was cool. It's actually for liquor, so you can like, and it's got a little thing, it's got a little key spot, but there's no key with this. This was only $15, and I figured I could put a couple of potions sitting in here, and I just like the detail, and I thought it looked like something that might be in an ancient, you know, wizard apothecary thing. So that was cool. This little oil can, I think that was $10. I liked that one. This little brass container, it's just got little charms on it, but just because the colours of the brass and everything, I thought that would look nice in amongst everything as well. And I love this thing. Not real pewter, but made to kind of look like a pewter container. Very, very cool. And it was like $12. So I think that's my favourite thing that I got so far. This was cool. I'm going to paint this because I don't want it to be white. Have a guess what I'm going to paint it. If you've watched any of my videos, you'll know exactly what colour I'm going to paint it. Yes, oil rubbed bronze. So that's my favourite colour, go-to colour for most things. And I just don't want the white, and I like this though because I can put in little, you know, curiosity things in here. Again, I'm not sure what I'll put in there yet, but you know, I could you could put insects in there. I could even put beads and things in there and make them look like curiosities. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I will share that with you all as we go along, and we'll see what happens. I have one more thing which I will get. Alright, so I got this old suitcase for $15. I just love it. I think it's great. I am going to make this into, like, again, a bit of a box of curiosities that looks like little potion bottles in there, maybe little bones, maybe, I don't know, maybe feathers, maybe just little creature looking things. I'm not sure yet how I'll do this box up, but I love those, like, they almost look like a weird, I don't know, potion maker's doctor's kit, you know, like what a wizard might bring with all these sort of potions and tonics and strange ingredients in something. So, you know, might even put like something that looks like mixing apparatus in there to you know, make it look like you could mix some potions in here or something as well. And I'll sit it open like this and put the stuff inside it. I will probably share that with you guys as well, and yeah, we'll see what happens. And I'll share with you as well, like how I sort of go about working out what I'm going to do for the backdrop, because you might find it interesting, you know, if you're trying to style an area to be you know, wizard's den or something like that, then you might get some ideas and some inspiration from what I do. And that's the hope anyway. Anyway, I might just leave it there because I'm not sure how long this video is, and I was going to sort of share a bit more, but I think I'm going to do separate videos for the other projects. So I hope you're interested in that. Thanks for tuning in, and it's a bit of a flyby video, so I hope you've enjoyed it. Hit subscribe if you want to see more of this projects to come, as well as all sorts of other things that are coming this year as well. I have a lot of plans for different things, but if you have an idea of some videos that you would like to see from me, let me know. I feel like I have some different audiences. You know, some people prefer other videos and whatnot. I guess you can't please everybody, but I'm just going to keep going the way I am. But happy to hear suggestions on some other videos if you prefer certain videos, because that will help me sort of define some of the things I do and maybe expand on some of the things that I do. Alright, I feel like I've talked a lot. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you next time in Faewood. Bye, guys!